Hello, my name's Jeff Mann, and those of you who know me know that I have two sons, and the three of us have been training in martial arts for some time. And so that means that my sons have long played a game called Who Would Win? And they ask me questions like, who would win in a fight between Iron Man and Batman? Who would win in a fight between a silverback gorilla and a rhinoceros? Who would win in a fight between Sensei DeVitt and 12 Sensei baddies? And so we have these conversations, and we are always exploring the interesting questions of who would win in a fight. And I got to thinking about that. And when I was younger, when I first started training in martial arts a few decades ago, I remember I got to the point of being about a brown belt, and I'd go around looking at people and very often asking, could I beat him in a fight? And I remember being out in Pizza Hut with my friend Tim, my training partner, and looking at a couple guys at another table and thinking, could we beat them in a fight? And this isn't just when I was young. I'll admit that there are times that I still do that today. I'll look at someone and think, could I beat him? Could I win? Could I take him in a fight? However, as a student of Okinawan Goju-ryu karate, I realized that that's really the wrong question. The question shouldn't be, can I win? The real question is, can I keep myself safe? Because Okinawan karate was designed as civilian self-defense, and its purpose then is to protect the individual. And so the goal should be to keep myself safe. And Chojin Miyagi, the founder of Goju-ryu, taught, never harm anyone, nor let yourself be harmed. Now that's the ideal, right? The ideal is that we never harm anyone and we ourselves are never harmed. But we know that we don't live in an ideal world. And so that's why we train, in order to keep ourselves and other people safe when we encounter, or if we were to encounter, unfortunate circumstances where we can't keep ourselves from harm without harm being inflicted on someone. And so we find ourselves having to look at the reality of why we train and what we train for rather differently. And so when we ask, can I win? Usually what we're asking is, can I win in a fight? But self-defense is not about a fight. A fight is between two people usually who decide, okay, we're going to go at it. And they go at it with a similar rule set. There's certain expectations about when it will start, when it will stop, and what is fair and what is not fair. And that is not how self-defense often plays out. Self-defense plays out very differently. People don't usually come up and ask you if you want to fight and wait until you're ready. And so you can be walking down the street and the next thing you know, you're slammed up against a wall with a knife to your throat. Or you might come across a situation where a man is smashing a woman's head against a sidewalk and you come across this situation. And so in those situations, can I win is not the right question. The right question is, can I keep myself and others safe? And that, if you think about that question, it sheds a very different light on our training as martial artists, right? If we always think about, can I win in a fight? We imagine ourselves, when the referee says go, engaged in that sort of fight to overcome another person. Rather than looking at, can I use what I'm doing? Can I use what I'm training? Can I use my mental development to keep myself from any sort of harm and to keep others from harm? And might that involve running away? Might that involve apologizing? Might that involve having enough strength of character to resolve a situation without any resort to violence? And the more we train, the more that we have that ability to forestall violence, to use less violence if it does become necessary. A lot of people these days are very interested in competition. And competition is about winning in a fight. And that can be a real problem. Now, I'm not against competition. I like competition. I'm wearing a shirt today, just by coincidence, from a karate competition that I was recently in. So competition can be good, but when it becomes the focus, it's about, can I beat that other person? Can I win? Can I overcome him or her? Rather than, can I overcome myself and become a better person, a stronger person, a more capable person? And can I keep myself safe from violence? You don't go to a competition and then just not lose. You go to a competition to win, but that can foster the wrong mindset, which is why people like Gichin Funakoshi, the founder of Shotokan, Jigoro Kano, the founder of Judo, didn't really want their arts to be about competition. And it didn't really play out that way, but this is what their concern was, that these were arts to cultivate oneself and to keep oneself safe in society, not to beat other people. So the next time you're out and about and looking at the people in the world around you, instead of thinking, can I take that guy? Can I take him? Rather look around the situation and say, can I keep myself and my loved ones safe if things turn sideways? And that should shed a new light on your own safety and your own training. So think about it and have a good day. Happy training.